did it.
He took charge. He's a good guy.
Thanks. All right. I guess we'll just. Does everyone have it pulled up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 1. What is true regarding the action of nuclear receptors? I think that one would be B. Don't they have to do with the transcription?
I think so. That one's kind of a hard one though.
I don't know that one right off the bat.
I'm pretty sure it's B. Let me double check. I remember reading something about it. Yeah, so it says nuclear receptors interact with DNA and affect mRNA synthesis, leading to the production of new proteins.
Sounds good.
So I think that one would be the closest.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Question 2, which of the following is not a main function of the endocrine system?
This one's D, I'm pretty sure.
D. Yeah.
Yeah, that was from a quiz.
Yeah.
Question 3, one way neural stimulation controls hormone levels is by releasing inhibitory factors by positive.
Did you say D?
No, B as in boy, I think.
Neural stimulation control. One way neural stimulation controls hormone levels.
I think it actually might be just A.
Yeah.
I actually think you're right. I just looked up in my reading and I'm pretty sure that one. I think you're right.
Does that have to, when it's talking about like neural stimulation, is that talking about like the hypothalamus?
That's what I'm pretty sure.
Sending like signals to like increase a certain hormone or decrease it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I understand.
Okay.
So I think A, is that what we're thinking?
A?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll put A.
Okay.
Question 4. The blank releases hormones directly into the blood, and the blank receives hormones from the hypothalamus cells, which in turn causes the release of more hormones.
This one was a quiz question, but I can't remember what it was.
I'm thinking A, but I'm not sure.
I'm going to go back to the quizzes to check.
Not sure. If I had to guess, I would guess A as well.
Yeah.
Like
It's not D.
No.
Don't think it's C.
No.
Could.
Pituitary gland. Well, okay, maybe it would be maybe it could be B, but I feel like
Yeah.
the parathyroid gland The parathyroid gland. Does it receive hormones from the hypothalamus? Well, I don't think anything receives hormones from the hypothalamus cell because don't they just store hormones in the hypothalamus?
Yes.
Um, this kind of stuff is so
But
confusing.
I don't. It's confusing. And then receives hormones from the hypothalamus. Just Google it.
I'm trying.
That's what I'm doing on this one too.
Hmm. I'm not really finding anything on Google.
I'm not either. It's kind of weird. It's not like on Quizlet or something, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's like one of those questions you always see on there. So
Yeah. Huh. Well,
does that make sense? So the adrenal cortex that covers the medulla. So does that make sense for it to be A?
yeah. Well, weird. I don't know. Adrenal medulla. Release hormones directly into the blood. What hormones does the adrenal medulla release?
The adrenal medulla. The adrenal glands release aldosterone, cortisol, androgens, and also the adrenal medulla releases epinephrine and norepinephrine.
Say that again.
The adrenal medulla releases epinephrine and norepinephrine.
Epinephrine and norepinephrine
Mm-hmm.
into blood and.
And it targets many tissues.
Okay, well, I could see that being released like directly into the blood for like a quicker response.
If norepinephrine is released directly into the blood.
Yeah, try that.
Mm-hmm. So I think it does go into the bloodstream, but I'm not really finding anything.
Okay. Okay, well, if it was to be B, so like the pituitary gland would secrete hormones into the blood, just depending on like what hormones it was secreting, and the parathyroid gland So like in the reading, it says that the parathyroid gland secretes PTH, which increases blood calcium. So like the hypothalamus could tell the parathyroid gland to either increase or decrease the amount of PTH
Okay.
that was being secreted to increase or decrease blood calcium levels.
Okay.
So could be that one. I
I
don't.
know.
I'm kind
I
of.
feel like I had a quiz question. I'm just not sure what quiz it was on.
Yeah.
Let me try looking at my quizzes.
The adrenal medulla.
Yeah, sorry to be quiet. That's actually what I'm doing, is going through on the quizzes, seeing if we can find it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's smart.
I'm starting to think it might be B.
I know, it's kind of what I'm leaning towards too.
Yeah, I think it would be B because I'm reading in the reading from about the adrenal gland, and it's not really mentioning anything about like the adrenal medulla secreting anything into the blood.
Yeah.
More so, it's just saying that like it's responsible for secreting epinephrine, norepinephrine, and then it secretes like steroid hormones that have to do with like cortisol.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's B.
Yeah. So just put B then.
Group
Yeah.
decision. I think we're good.
Okay. Cool. Number 5, if hormone affects a target tissue through a membrane-bound receptor that has a G protein associated with it, predict the
Oh, wait,
consequence.
guys, I found the question.
You found it?
No way.
Yes. So it's actually D.
D. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that have to do
Yeah,
with
so let me read this question and then
the
you
portal
guys tell me
vein?
if it's the right one. So it says the blank releases hormones directly into the blood and the blank receives hormones from the hypothalamus cells, which in turn causes the release of more hormones.
That's it.
Is that the- yeah, so that'd be D.
Well, thank you.
So would that have to do with the different portal systems that it uses to secrete the hormones?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Let me
that
look up that one.
hypothalamo hypophyseal portal vein, and then the
Yeah.
what was it? What was the other one? Oh yeah, let's see. Neurohypophysis and adenohypophysis.
So that word it says the posterior lobe of the hypophysis pituitary gland. Oh, so that's like the pituitary gland, the posterior lobe, which stores and releases oxytocin and vasopressin produced in the hypothalamus. So I think the neurohypophysis is the posterior lobe, and the other one
Yeah.
is the and I guess.
So is that just another name for the anterior pituitary and posterior pituitary?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay.
I'm positive.
Okay. Cool. Well, we'll put that then. So number 5, if a hormone affects a target tissue through a membrane-bound receptor that has a G protein associated with it, predict the consequence if a genetic disease causes the alpha subunit of the G protein to have a structure that prevents it from binding to GTP.
I had this one too. Can't remember.
So hormone affects a
I almost
target.
want to say there was no effect to it, but I'm not positive.
So a membrane-bound receptor that has a G protein associated with it, predicting the consequence if the genetic disease causes the alpha subunit of the G protein to have a structure that prevents it. Well, I feel like it would have a decrease in effect because the genetic disease is affecting the ability. What did it say? So the G protein is being prevented from binding to GTP.
Mhm.
So do you think that would have like a decreased effect in the hormone effect, like trying to target the certain tissue?
I actually just found this question too, and the answer is no effect, but I also
Really?
put decrease. I just don't know why.
There's no effect.
Well, I think what happens with that G protein is like those subunits come across after it's been like through the hormonals. Like they come in and they say, hey, we need this to come over to move to allow the G protein to activate. And so if there's no alpha subunit, there's no way for those subunits to attach to the G protein to let it in the membrane. So I think that's why it has no effect. Like if you Google just a G protein on just Google, it's basically like if you look at a video on YouTube, it shows those subunits coming across from hormonal response. So
Oh, I think I just got it confused. So like, I was thinking like, how would I guess it's asking like, how would the hormone affect it, right? So it's saying like there would be no effect because the hormone like can't affect the target tissue.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
yeah, because like those
Oh, okay.
subunits come from inside the cell and then attach to the membrane to allow the ligand or whatever to pass through the membrane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking like decrease would be like it would have less of an effect because it couldn't target it, but there wouldn't really be an effect. So
Yeah.
does that make sense?
Okay.
Sweet.
And then
All right.
next one I got D
Transport
as in dog.
D. Yeah, I would put that too.
Yeah.
Cool. Number 7, the functions of prolactin include. That would be. That would just be milk release, right?
I think
I just thought it was milk production.
Production.
I always get oxytocin.
Oh wait, yeah, that's oxytocin. That's right. Yeah. So milk production.
Pretty positive. I'm just gonna check real quick.
Let me look that up.
Yeah, to promote milk production in mammals. So we're good. D.
Okay. Number 8, which of the following is not influenced by the thyroid hormone?
I had this question, but I remember it was hard.
Yeah, me too.
It kind of confused me. Was it none of the above? That
I think
one?
I put none of the above and I got it wrong.
No.
Well, because it says that none of the above, all are influenced by the thyroid hormones. But I thought thyroid was mainly like, mainly affected like metabolism and how well your body utilized energy.
Let's see. So it actually is none of the above.
You found
Because
it?
I think it's like because bone growth and tooth growth are like the same thing,
Mhm.
and then it has hair growth and nervous tissue growth because it targets like the bones and the nervous tissue and all tissue.
Okay.
That one is E.
Okay. Which of the following is not a symptom of Addison's disease? I'm looking at that right here.
It's hyperglycemia.
Yeah, hyperglycemia. Number 10. A friend of yours is diagnosed with hyperthyroidism. She has elevated levels of T3 and T4. This makes sense to you as you remember the symptoms she had talked to you about during the past month. She had complained to you about all of the following symptoms except one. What symptom did she not experience?
Should not.
Oh,
There's a question that's similar that I have on a quiz that shows that like it talked about a guy named Jack and said that he was restless, had elevated blood pressure, sweats a lot.
I think it would be weight loss because don't you gain weight?
That would be hypothyroidism.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This one
is
he's
an
losing.
overactive hypothyroid.
Got it.
Yeah, meaning your body's running at a higher rate.
I think it's C.
Yeah,
That's what I'm kind of feeling too.
that's what I'd put too.
Because it definitely is restlessness because you're
Mhm.
going to be going 100 miles an hour. Weight loss, well, that's a part.
And
then
I
the
think
sweating-
hyperthyroidism, I think that actually like makes you go more often versus constipation. So
Yeah.
And the sweating makes sense that like your body's trying to compensate for like overworking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think you're right.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Okay, so on 11, are we putting Camry's name?
You
Yeah,
can
we
just-
can.
That way you get the points too, Camry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys.
Well, oh yeah. You guys
Well,
are
don't
able
we
to
have
put the
turn in
link,
McKinley,
right?
so don't we have to put your name?
What did you say?
What do we put McKinley's name? Because aren't you turning it in? Or whose name should we put?
I'll
Am
just,
I the only one that can send links?
I can send them.
Dude, okay.
What you could even do too is if everyone is on the same page, if Camry wanted to get the points or whatever for it, you could just email the link to her and then she could just input that link there and then we can all just put her name too.
Yeah.
you guys decide.
I can just send her an email and I'll type in the box that Camry tried to set it up, but it wouldn't work, so I recorded it. And then I'll just send her an email as well just to make sure that she knows. So
Yeah, I
Camry
totally
gets the
forgot
points
about
for
that, I
it.
think.
Because it's not like you didn't try to set it up. You just
Right.
weren't able to.
Yeah. One time
So-
I didn't even record it on accident, so we didn't even have recording and she was fine with it.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
yeah, just put Camry's name
Okay.
and I'll send her an email letting her know what happened.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right. Sweet. So I guess that's it.
Okay.
See you guys next week.
All
See ya.
right. Peace.